Welcome to the 1980s Gladiator round tournament. Gary Strydom takes on brutal Bertil Fox in this outstanding matchup. In case you didn't realize, we are down to the final four men in each decade. So, of course, both of these gentlemen have defeated several opponents already, and they have proven themselves. I selected this front relaxed position. Now, it isn't the very best of each man, but it is probably 90% each gentleman. So it's the exact same. Gary Strydom is just a little bit too big for Bertil to handle, I think, in the front relaxed position. I did a few more comparisons, and the same result. Gary Strydom, both men look outstanding. They both have the same good features, big, massive muscles everywhere, but Strydom is just too big. Now, size isn't always everything, but when all things are equal, size definitely wins over. 1-0 Strydom. And I just love when these matchups are a tie game after the first two poses. Brutal Bertil Fox, just outstanding in this front double bicep. Of course, I have some gripes. He doesn't hold his arms up high enough. And you look at over Gary Strydom, he's holding his too darn high. If they could meet somewhere in the middle, it would be a fantastic front double bicep. I will admit, Gary Strydom has the advantage as far as the whole torso heap is concerned. But part by part, Brutal is winning in the abs there, and definitely winning in the arms, and it is the front double bicep after all. Look at those heart-shaped biceps. World class, getting a victory for sure. 1-1. I'm sure right about now, half of you are just shaking your heads with your palms in your foreheads. What are you thinking, Marx Max Muscle? No, I'm not going to use this. But the rules are tight here. If you are out a mandatory pitcher, then you are out a point. Now, it is plain for me to see both men did show up with a mandatory pitcher of a front lat spread. Of course, the camera is pretty much underneath Bertil here, making him look half as tall as he really is, but of course making that lat spread look fantastic. Now, I know I never do this, but I have a little video clip here of each gentleman snapping the front lat spread. And I have to say, you notice Brutal Bertil's lats, they just flare out just a slight bit better. I think this man is better at the front lat spread. So taking all these things into consideration, I am going to hand a point to Mr. Fox. But just like that, Gary Strydom turns things around and it's back to a tie game. There was plenty of side chest poses for each gentleman. I selected this one of Bertil Fox. There was another really good one, a famous one. He's standing beside Lee Haney, but you can't see the whole body. And I think it's only fair if Gary showed up with a whole body picture. And it doesn't matter. There was other better ones of Strydom as well that would match up with that one. But either way you slice it, Gary Strydom is a little bit better at this side chest. Now, as far as this pose is concerned, the side tricep, I could see some controversy. Gary Strydom looks outstanding. Look at that chest. Looks like he's hitting a side chest from the side tricep. Wow. But, of course, if you're familiar with my judging, you know this is not even a contest. I really focus in on that side tricep itself, unless it's a total blowout everywhere else, which it's not. Fox looks good. Now, no, he doesn't look as good as Strydom. But when you look at the tricep itself, boys against men, Brutal Bertil Fox has about a 4-foot thick tricep there. Just unreal. Gets a point here for sure. Here in the rear lat spread, and I really have no choice but to give Bertil Fox a point here. The symmetry is so off on poor Strydom. Now, yes, there was some screenshots of the WBF version, and he hit it one quick rear lat spread, really quick. The conditioning was very poor, but the spread itself was very wide. But you know I don't like using screenshots. It actually distorts them and makes them look a whole lot wider, so it would have been an advantage for him. I could see somebody giving him this pose because of the glutes, but I think the massive calves of Bertil Fox cancels it out. Not a bad back on Fox, I'm surprised. Here in the rear double bicep, and I definitely am going with Fox once again. Fox wins this matchup by the back. Can you imagine? Gary Strydom with a very weak back indeed. So this is 5 points for Fox. And there was a few poses there where I honestly had to use the pictures that I could find, and it might not have been fair, much like the Robbie Robinson and Lou Ferrigno matchup, where Lou won by default because of that darn side tricep. I couldn't find any other good pictures, but I definitely did lose sleep over that. And this is such a close competition that I will show the last poses. And food for thought here, Gary Strydom is winning in this ab and thigh pose. Look at how sharp he is in those abs. I'm sure there's many people that think Strydom's best version is the WBF version, but his conditioning was not nearly as sharp as this. Look at those abs. This may be his best version. And not only the abs, but he's winning in the thigh department as well. So definitely some kudos here for Gary Strydom. He lost the war, but he's winning some battles at the end. Now, I think we've all been waiting for this comparison. Two of the greatest, most musculars of all time. And honestly, there's no real way of saying one is better than the other. I mean, yes, Strydom is as big as a house. Of course, it's more of a hands-clasped version. If you're more into the crab variety of this, then definitely Fox is your pick. I kind of like both of tied in the middle of this one, but I'm leaning towards Fox slightly. I know it doesn't matter. He already won the matchup, but I have to judge this one just as serious as the other ones, in my opinion, because a lot of you guys might have had Strydom in the other poses. And I have to say, Fox's muscles, they look more like raw meat. Look at the vascularity. Does he not look more raw, like a big piece of raw beef steak? Anyway, I am weird, yes, but this is a weird sport. We're judging men on their physiques. And I think Fox is winning this most muscular, but my soul. Both are fantastic. And at the end of the day, Bertil Fox advances to the final matchup in this tournament. So, one matchup remains, Lee Haney versus Lee Labrada, and the winner of that one, of course, goes head-to-head against brutal Bertil Fox for the overall winner and the greatest bodybuilder of the 1980s decade. I have to admit, I am surprised. I thought Gary Strydom was going to take this one. I figured he was just too big for Fox. But I guess the aesthetics of Fox was slightly better in certain poses. Either way, I expect some controversy because I did not have the best of photographs for this one. I wish I did, and I wish we found out who the real winner is, but with the pictures that I had, Bertil Fox is your winner. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.